Hello, my Scorpios. Welcome to your monthly reading for the month of November. And we're going to go ahead and jump right in. And we're going to start off by pulling a card here from the chakra reading cards. And this is just going to represent what the Creator wants you to know overall for the month of November. It can be the energies or the overall theme. It's like whatever the Creator wants you to give you a heads up on for the month of November. Alrighty. So, Creator, for our Scorpios, what do you want them to know about this November? Well, there you go. Beautiful. So you got clarity. Number 25. So definitely crystal clear, right? We love clarity in our lives, don't we? Life can feel so confusing and out of whack from what our mind wants to understand, but definitely beautiful clarity coming in. This is your third eye chakra that this is impacting too. So you're definitely seeing beyond the small t truths of this earthly human life into the spiritual world and to that higher point of view and seeing things in ways you haven't seen them before, which is awesome, I think. It says you've attracted this card into your awareness because clarity is upon you. The ability to experience clarity is connected to the third eye chakra, and the more this chakra opens and is activated, the more clarity you will receive. So it's time to see things clearly, to receive the answers you've been searching for. When our third eye chakra is blocked, it can affect our perception of situations in our lives. So you're being encouraged at this time to cleanse and work on strengthening your third eye chakra so it can work to its full potential. There are some great meditations you can do to activate the third eye, and a great crystal to assist with this is amethyst. So place this crystal on your third eye point and breathe in its energy to help activate and awaken your chakra. As your third eye opens, you'll receive a lot more clarity in your life. Clarity comes when we can understand and clear the confusion around stressful situations in our lives. So what in your life requires clearing? It is now time for you to action some clearing. Sometimes our mind creates illusions that stop us from seeing the truth. And it's time for you to let go of the thoughts that no longer serve you and come into a place of clarity. Once you receive this clarity, you will feel a deeper sense of self and well-being in your world. This card can also indicate that it's time to clarify a particular situation in your life. You may have asked a question, and this card is telling you that once you work on finding clarity, the answers will come. And the affirmation for the card is, I experience life with divine clarity. And I love that. So definitely, I've got amethyst. I'm going to put this right here to help activate that energy for you and kind of bring in that pinpoint and just expand it into your life there. Like it mentioned, there's meditations you can do if you just search YouTube for like third eye chakra meditations. There are them out there that help you open that up. Anything to balance this chakra. Indigo is the color, so having indigo things around you, wearing indigo things, even eating, types of foods that have indigo coloration in it, is things that you can do to help balance that chakra as well. And then there was something else in here that they wanted to mention. Our small t truths. Yep. I'm sure it'll come out in the rest of the reading here because it is out of my head now, but definitely this is about recognizing, these expectations and these small t truths that, have been, pulling you and blocking you in those areas of your life. And now you're ready to see things from that higher point of view. We're also going to pull some cards here from this tarot deck. This is the Revelations Tarot, and what I do is I take a tarot deck each month, at least I have up to this point, and I separate the major arcana from the 4 suits of the minor arcana. I'll talk about those in a moment, but the major arcana is a lot like this card, where we look at to see what else the creator wants you to know just in general, overall, for the whole month of November. So let me just give these a good shuffle here. All right, so for our Scorpios, creator, what would you like them to know? What else about their month of November, please? Nope, okay. Okay, so this is the one right here. And you have the Hanged Man. So yeah, definitely, they're usually hanging, from the tree of knowledge, and they have their head is all enlightened. So this is definitely about seeing things from a different perspective, a higher perspective. And so it does definitely bring clarity into your life, because you are choosing to connect to that higher realm, the Hangman is all about I think it was the king of gods or father of gods, Odin, back in the mythology, which is what this hangman is kind of based on. He hung himself by a foot from the tree of knowledge, even plucked out one of his eyes as a sacrifice so that he could peer into the sea of knowledge of the universe and know the higher things and have that higher wisdom. So, it definitely is right in line with this clarity here. So not much more I can add to that, because that's so much in line with this card here. So we'll move on to the minor arcana, and these are going to represent the 4 different areas of your life, or the 4 different pieces of your being and your adventure here. And we're going to start off with the Wands suit, which is the fire element. And for this reading, it's going to represent your spiritual side of your adventure. So it's going to be what the creator wants you to know about your spiritual adventure in the month of November. Wands are also like the spark within you, your inspiration, your drive, your spiritual energy, just that, spark to go after things in your life, and how you're, it's like the wind behind the sails, if you'd say. So for Scorpios, what do you want them to know about their spiritual adventure in the month of November? That came out right away. Yeah, Ace of Wands. So yeah, new inspiration, new spiritual energy. This is like the core of your essence. So definitely connecting to the higher worlds. You're holding the wand, the magic wand that connects you to that higher realm. So definitely wonderful, wonderful inspiration, wonderful spiritual energies coming in, which is totally in alignment with the third eye chakra, coming in here, because that's what's going to help open up this third eye, definitely. We're going to pull another card from here, from the Energy Oracle cards, and just to see what else the creator wants you to know about your spiritual adventure. Let me just make a little more room here. Okay. Yeah, but this is definitely, it's right in the line there. The Ace of Wands is basically your spiritual energy. It's the essence of your spirit. So it's like the movie Shazam, when that lightning bolt that comes down and just converts you into a superhero, All right, creator, what else do you want our Scorpios to know about their spiritual adventure during the month? Okay, just the top one they said. So you've got a woman holding a heart, master number 44 or power number 44. So definitely, our spiritual energy is actually, connected through our heart. We're feeling beings who think. And so, our connection to the other well, not to the other realm, but our true realm where we come from. We're all beings of unconditional love. And so this is definitely a very powerful number for you, because 44 is like this master of masters number. And so you definitely are connecting to this powerful heart energy. This is female dealing with family, love, or emotions. So the woman on this card wears a butterfly in her hair and holds a lovely large heart in her hands. So for a woman, this card upright could be a reflection of your own state of peaceful emotion and receptivity for love, or it might be a message that your family issues are going to resolve. You're an intuitive woman who understands the emotions of life, and you're bringing that awareness to all that you do. Yep, so that's definitely the intuition, right? The third eye coming in. And this card can also indicate that the presence of a female friend or teacher or confidant who's here to help with issues of love, family, or emotion. This is an even-tempered and caring person who resonates with you and your emotions. It can also portend a new love, interest, or friend coming your way. So this is a general reading, so that could mean it, but I really feel like this reading is zeroed in on your spiritual journey and your spiritual adventure, definitely from seeing things from a higher point of view. This is all about connecting to your heart and connecting to that unconditional love energy of the other side. I mean, that's what this all is, but I love the emphasis here on the intuitiveness, the intuition that you have. And I mentioned woman, and regardless if you're, identify as a woman or a man, boy, girl, whatever you identify as, this is about your intuition and connecting to it. It's definitely the message here. It's, and I love how her hair is purple, which is also the crown chakra. But here's the butterfly it talked about, which I love the whole transformational energy that Scorpio holds. I love talking about it because you start off as a scorpion, that reacts out of fear and stings, but then you evolve into a snake who, still can bite and have poison and needs to be respected, but it's about shedding skin and growing and shedding skin and growing and growing. And then you transform into an eagle, and the eagle, you're able to fly and see things from a higher perspective, like we're talking about here, and you see things from far above. You still swoop down, protect those things that mean something to you, the things that you love, like your family and loved ones. And if there's something else that is important in your life, you'll swoop down to protect it. But then you'll have the ability to swoop back up and see things from a higher perspective still. And then ultimately, which is most awesome, is you end up transforming into the phoenix out of the ashes, out of that nest. It's like the eagle nest. It builds a nest, and then it sets it on fire, and then it all burns into ashes, and then you arrive out of the ashes as this new creature, as this new creation. So definitely the butterfly with this transformational energy is totally speaking with this new transformation. So it's like you're moving from the snake level into the eagle level and seeing things from high above. And I love that for you. All right, next we're going to move into the Pentacles, which is the earth element. So this is going to be about your physical adventure, everything that's outside of you, that's on the stage of life that you're on. So the other characters that are on stage with you out here, and the situations like jobs and other situations and possessions and finance, all that external stuff, including your physical body. So this will be just what the creator wants you to know about your physical adventure during the month of November. So for our Scorpios, creator, what do you want them to know about their physical adventure, please? Okay, that's the one right there. Yep, so you have the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is about, there's a movement happening in your life, but out of the four knights in the minor arcana. It's the slower moving one. And that's because if you look at it, like spirit, you can move like this. Your mind, you can move like this. Your emotions can move like this. But the outside world does have its seasons and how things unfold. So as you're making this transformation on the inside, it does take time for things to roll out into the outside. There's seasons for everything. Spring is when new seeds are planted, and then summer is when they grow, and then autumn is when they're harvested, and winter is when, things go into hibernation, the snow falls, trees fall from the trees, all that stuff, all the moisture and all the, leaves disintegrate and whatever, and go into the ground to make this fertile soil for new seeds to be planted in spring. And So it takes time for things to unfold, and that's just showing you that, it's totally okay. It's about just allowing things to unfold as they do. Go with the flow. Understand the external world is going to move at its pace, and it's going to unfold that way. There's also a beautiful message that comes with the King of Pentacles, in that it's about, he's at the end of the Pentacles, so he understands the importance of gratitude and thankfulness in life, and whatever you focus that on is what grows. If you focus on the lack of things in the outside world in your life, then that grows. So it does have this awareness of Thanksgiving, which of course is this month in the United States. It's all about being grateful and having this focus on being thankful. The King of Pentacles, too, has this beautiful awareness, especially with this clarity that's coming. They also show you that you have the power to break chains and cycles of your ancestors and the past. So, there's this beautiful awareness that can come with this clarity around why people did the things they did and yada, yada, yada. You can look on to all that, but you have this ability and this power to be the generation that breaks cycles, whether it's, of course, the popular thing about breaking cycles is all the abuse, of our past that's been passed down from generation to generation. And that's very important, of course. But there's other things more subtle, and it can even be like everyone working in the family business or working in the same type of occupation. Like, well, we always go into the military, or we always are police officers, or always firefighters or accountants or whatever it might be. There's cycles like that too, where it's like people are not brave enough to face that fear being rejected by the family for not wanting to do the family business or family cycles anymore. And it's okay. You have this power, and this is what comes in, is this clarity and this connection to your higher self, with this powerful energy that you can be the one that can help break those types of cycles. And not just for you and your family tree, but for people around you. Because as you take these steps and you have this bravery, because night is about you taking action. It's just action takes time, within the different seasons. That people see that, and they see you change, and they see your world around you change, and then that inspires them to do the same. All right, and then next we're going to pull a card here from the angels and ancestors just to see what other message the Creator has for you regarding your physical adventure for November. All right, Critter, what else do you want our Scorpios to know about their physical adventure? Okay, that's the one right there. And you've got Shapeshifter. Beautiful. And it says, transform and unveil your gifts. So yeah, definitely. I think I might have talked about transformation in here. And I might even have talked about an eagle. I think that's an eagle. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So let me find the Shapeshifter here. Actually, I think it's back here. Sorry, these are split off into different sections. It's not alphabetical, so let me just find it. There we go. So again, take your time, and focus on developing your gifts and your strengths. In shamanic traditions, a shapeshifter is either an animal that has the capacity to change between species, or a shaman who has the capacity to transform into an animal to go journeying. If there's a wild animal you are particularly drawn to or fascinated by, it's probably because you can transform into one in your meditation or journeying practice to go exploring in the other worlds. When you shift into animal form, you can see the world through different eyes. Third eye, the one eye, and you can tap into the animal's survival skills to help yourself through a particular situation. You may have been through many challenges and lows, but now you are in a space of transformation. You're moving beyond your past challenges and honing your current strengths. There are opportunities for you to discover and rediscover the gifts and talents that you were born with and are born to share. All of your past experiences have only helped you see how strong you really are. You're an amazing soul who can change and transform in ways that people least expect. You have many talents that you will share in your lifetime. You're guided to stay focused on the light, knowing that it will guide you forward. When this card arrives, there's also an opportunity for you to tap into the power of your spirit animal. And it says, note, if you're seeing a particular animal regularly, it's because its medicine is coming to you. So, and if you, do have an animal that either you're attracted to in your life, that could be your power animal, as well as if you've been seeing a specific animal lately, they do have this beautiful medicine that you can tap into. And I always say Google or whatever your favorite search engine is, and just put in spirit animal in the animal, and whatever resonates with you and attracts you to it, read it, because you're like, oh my god, there's beautiful things. But definitely transformation, we talked about eagle. I love seeing things from this higher perspective and different perspective is beautiful. So love it. Next, we're going to move into the swords suit, which is the element of air. And this is the, like your mind. So it's your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations, all those things to do with the mind. So this will represent what the Creator wants you to know about your mental adventure during the month of November. So for our Scorpios, what do you want them to know about their spiritual adventure? Not their spiritual, mental. They knew what I meant. Yeah, King of Swords. So this definitely is a beautiful card for this, because this is the Ace of Swords that the King yields. And it's what you use to cut away old thoughts, old beliefs, old ways of thinking, and helps you, it does bring truth. And it brings clarity, so that's definitely in alignment with everything that we're looking at here. So, the King of Swords also, because he's at the end of the sword suit, he's learned a lot about, bringing in emotion. He has a lot of water that's flowing around him here, and that, seems odd for the air sign. But that could be air or clouds, but I intuitively pick it up as water, because the king is all about this wonderful balance, the King of Swords, between making decisions totally in your mind by the senses, that the mind picks up, doesn't always turn out, to be truth. That's why this, Ace of Swords is so important, because we cut through the small t truths of the human experience and connect to the capital T truths of our higher self, and we start to see this clarity and see these things from a different perspective. It also lets us know that, you're a water sign, so you understand that, if you make decisions based on just on emotion, doesn't always turn out the best for our in alignment with who we truly are, right? As well as logic, only by logic. So it's this beautiful balance that comes in of, you perceive things from the physical eyes, but you also see things from your third eye and from connecting to your heart in the higher realms, right? So it's a beautiful message about balance in your life, in your mental mind as well. We're going to pull another card here from the numerology deck, and that's just going to also represent what the Creator wants you to know about your mental adventure. Yeah, but definitely, King of Swords is all about wisdom and also connecting to higher knowledge. So I love that. All right, Creator. What else do you want our Scorpios to know about their mental adventure in November? Please. A lot of energy in the cards, but none of them are the one yet. Okay, this is the one right here. Yep, you've got domestic harmony. That's number 46, which is endings and new beginnings, because it breaks down to a 10. But I love this because it's like domestic really reminds me of home. Like, so home is where the heart is, right? And so it's whatever you feel like your home is. This harmony comes in definitely as you connect to your higher truths and you're seeing through these small t truths. So where there was, I think one of these talked about it too, about if there's been, any anxiety and conflict, harmony comes to your mind as you connect and you understand and you're seeing things from this higher perspective. Because when you're stuck in your small t truth, your small t truths need defending, and so you get defensive and you get offensive. It's like a fencing fight. It's offending and defending, offend, defend, offend. And but when you see things from a higher capital T truths don't have to be defended. You just feel them in your being and you know that they're true, and you don't have to defend it because your truths become yours, and you don't have to try to prove that your small t truth is truer than someone else's small t truth, because that is just battling, right? So this beautiful message comes with it. With this, you're ending old thoughts and beliefs and allowing new thoughts and beliefs to come in. Because the other thing I didn't mention is the king, he has, his sword in one hand and the other hand is open. So as he's cutting away and letting old things go, he also is open to receiving the new thoughts and the new beliefs as well. All right, let me read from the book here. Yep, so this card indicates a time of healing your relationships and your home. And this may relate to a troubled relationship with a child, a family member, an ex, or a current partner, a house guest, or a roommate. It could even relate to problems you've had with the actual house itself. Either way, this card has been sent to advise you that your difficulties are being resolved and domestic happiness is within your reach. Yay! This card can indicate a time to make a commitment to your present relationship by declaring your love and desire to take things to the next level. It can also reveal a need to commit to your present residence by extending your lease, deciding not to sell, or making the necessary improvements to turn it into your perfect home. Regardless, this card is encouraging you to make a commitment rather than walk away. So in order to improve your current situation, you're being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of your life. Cycles that are leading you toward domestic harmony and peace. Remember, there's no such thing as the perfect relationship, the perfect family, or the perfect home. Domestic harmony can only be achieved with effort, compassion, and compromise. By improving your relationships and your home, you improve your quality of life. So the affirmation for this is, I have happy, harmonious relationships within my happy, harmonious home. So I love that attitude about that as well. All right. And then we move on to your final suit here, which is the suit of cups. And that, of course, is the water element and represents the emotional side of our lives. So this is going to represent what the Creator wants you to know about your emotional adventure in November. Oops. Sorry, I like my cards in a row. OCD personality, maybe undiagnosed. It's all right. We just go with it. We love organization. All right. Creator, what else do you want our Scorpios to know about their emotional adventure in the month of November? That's the one right there. And yep, King of Cups. There you are. This is where you swim. This is what you where you live, what you've been enjoying all your life, your deep diving abilities into the emotions. And I love it because this, for me, represents, like Christ's love, unconditional love. He holds the chalice, the Holy Grail there in his hands. And what is within that cup is the living waters of the Creator, which is the essence of unconditional love that we have from the Creator of all things. And I love that you have the King of Swords and the King of Cups, because they both represent this balance between heart and mind and heart, in this beautiful transformation, this beautiful balance that comes with understanding that extremes don't bring us where we want, but it's this balance in the middle that allows us to receive, the knowledge and the wisdom from the outside world, but seeing through it, like especially with this, Ace of Swords, you see through the small t truths that are untrue as you connect to your higher, capital T truths, as you connect to your higher self, like with this Hanged Man. So this is beautiful, powerful energy, definitely with all this. There's not much more I can add because I already talked about, the emotional piece with all that. And of course, what more can I tell you about emotions? Because you Scorpios, that's where you swim, that's where you live, that's where you breathe. So I love it. And so the last card we're going to pull is from the Angel Guide Oracle. And this could be more information on your emotional adventure in November. But because it's the last card for this reading, we're also going to make it the wild card, so the Creator can bring through whatever message they have for you for your final message for this reading for November. All right, Creator, so what's your final message for our Scorpios for November? Okay, there we go. And you've got take a step back. I love it. That's very much the Magician card here for me. And, with that Knight of Pentacles about taking your time, don't rush, take a step back, breathe, take a look at things from a different perspective. And so definitely this is a message here. The Magician, of course, in the major arcana is the manifester. You can bring things. They usually have like an infinity symbol, which means about connecting to their infinite self, bringing that down through the wand, through the Ace of Wands. They have the wand. They bring through that divine energy into the physical world. So again, this beautiful balance of bringing the divine into the human side of the world, seeing, again, bringing that higher perspective down into the physical world as well. So this says your angels are guiding you to take a step back and reflect before proceeding further. There's an excitable and action-oriented energy around you at this time, but you're being encouraged to review the situation before making any moves. Remember that you are a sensitive being, and should the correct steps and intentions not be lined up, you could open yourself up to harsh energies or a situation that could be limiting your growth. In order to have the best experience and a positive outcome, take some time to meditate on your actions, your intentions, your visions, and your goals. Call in your angels and invite them to guide you to make decisions that will support be supportive of your expansion and your highest good. When we try to rush ahead or force something to happen, we can often miss signals, signs, and messages that are encouraging us to change course. If you have a big decision to make now or are in the midst of moving a project forward, your angels are encouraging you to take a step back and breathe. What is for you won't go by you. Your angels are encouraging you to step into the energy of trust. When you do so, you will draw universal energy and support to you. If you have concerns about another person or a relationship, this card is guiding you to draw back and respect the space of others. Let this be a time of self-care and self-awareness. And when you step back, you let the universe step in. Love it. Well, definitely, I am looking forward to seeing how this beautiful clarity and this opening up to the spiritual side of your life, what it's going to do for you. Because like it mentioned, the more you open up your third eye, the more clarity you get about the world and about yourself, but also about your higher self and these beautiful gifts that it talked about that you have to bring to the world. So definitely, there is this message here with the Knight of Pentacles and this take a step back to not rush towards things, but allow the flow to happen. Be aware. Keep your eye open, your big third eye open. Keep your eyes open and your ears open for messages, because you definitely have a lot of higher guidance coming in for you during this month. So I'm going to leave it at that. And just know as you go through each and every moment of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And I love you too. Just want to also let you know that in addition to monthly readings, I do weekly element readings. I do new moon and full moon readings and a variety of other readings during the month. So if you want to make sure you get notified of those, if you haven't already, just make sure to hit the subscribe button. And then after you do that, hit the little notification bell, and then you'll be notified when all those readings come out throughout the month. Also, if you enjoy these readings, and if you don't mind, if you give me a thumbs up, I really appreciate it. That does help out my channel, and it does show me what type of videos everyone loves and enjoys. It's encouraging to me. Hey, what can you say? We all like a little encouragement now and again. All right. Well, you enjoy this beautiful month of November, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. You take care.